In today's video, I'm going to quickly go through the temporary shortage list. So when we're talking about shortage list, this will be jobs that falls within RQF level 3 to 5, for which employers might be able to recruit if that job falls within that list. I'm just going to go through those lists and also going to look at the occupation list for RQF level 6. So in my previous video, I talked about the changes that came into effect from the 22nd of July regarding the skilled workers and overseas care visa, which unfortunately have come to an end. Where we do know that those changes stemmed from the Immigration White Paper published on the 12th of May, and which made a lot of proposal. The aim of that those publication, if you like, or proposal is to reduce net immigration and also to make it harder for people to move to UK and settle in UK. So since this proposal, there has been a lot of change, on which some of them came into effect on the 22nd of July. For other ones, we're still waiting to hear. So for today, when we're talking about temporary shortage list, so this will be occupation, that is on that list. What are we talking about? What occupation falls under this list? So remember that from the 22nd of July, employer are no longer allowed to recruit skilled workers for jobs below RQF level 6. So basically, they're only allowed to do that if that job falls within the temporary shortage list. So today's video is quickly to go through this temporary shortage list to see which jobs that falls within that temporary shortage list and which ones that falls within the RQF level 6. So we're going to do that in a minute. So when we're talking about also in terms of RQF, it stands for Regulatory Qualification Framework. It does no way relate to a person's qualification. It's just like a level at which the government have tagged, if you like, tagged qualifications. So basically, I will explain more now. To look at these qualifications, rather the equivalent, and also to look at the temporary shortage list, I'm just going to get ahead to Zoom so I can share the screen with you so we can go through it together. So I'll see you, later. Bye bye. Yeah, just let's quickly have a look. When I was talking about the temporary shortage list, so basically the changes that came into place from the 22nd of July, like I said earlier, is kind of created this temporary shortage list, like I said earlier. So basically, employers can no longer be able to issue sponsorship, below RQF level 6, unless, the job which they're looking to recruit appears on this list. So this is the list. So this is within, RQF level 3 to 5, so below RQF level 6. So they may be able to recruit if that job appears on this temporary shortage list. So they would include, that's what I wanted to show you, managers in logistics. These are the codes, and these are the jobs, the temporary shortage lists. So it's managers in logistics, directors in consultancy services, laboratory technician, electrical and electronics technicians, engineering technicians, building and civil engineering technician, quality assurance technician, planning process and production technician, and a CAD drawing and CAD drawing and architectural technicians, IT operation technicians, and the list goes on. User support technician, database administrators, and web content technicians, authors, writers, and translators, dancers and choreographers. So these are the code, like I said earlier, photographers, auto, visual and broadcasting equipment operators, clothing, fashion and accessories designers, occupations and elsewhere classified only the following type of jobs, or the following job types: industrial and production designers, packaging designers, performing, makeup artists, set designers. As you can see, the list goes on, including ship and hovercraft officers, insurance underwriters, financial accounting technicians, data analysts. These are jobs, within level 3 to 5 from RQF. So RQF level 3 to 5. So basically, the changes that are coming into effect from the 22nd of July means that employers would only be able to recruit below level 6, RQF level 6, if that job for skilled workers appear on this shortage list. So you would also find this on gov.uk. So basically, the list goes on: business sales executive, advertising and marketing associate, human resources and industrial relations officers, information technology, credit controllers. The list actually goes on. So in terms of, but the thing is with this temporary and shortage list is only available, is only open till the 31st of December 2026, whilst employer may be able to recruit below RQF level 6, so jobs are forwarded in RQF level 3 to 6. If that job appears in the temporary shortage list, we do note that this list is only open. So this temporary arrangement is only open until 31st of December, I believe, 2026. So it's not going to be open for a long time. So basically, if that job appears within this list, then yes, as you can see, employer can be able to issue certificate of sponsorship if the job appears on this list. So that is it. So let's quickly have a look. I did say I'll show you in terms of jobs that falls within RQF level, higher level. Let's have a look. It's still on the same page. So when we're talking about jobs within RQF level 6, these are the one. So as you can see, so the changes that came in kind of makes it mandatory that employers can only be able to recruit skilled workers for jobs, kind of a level RQF level 6 and above. So these are typical example. These are the code, and these are in terms of example of which jobs actually, appears on the RQ or falls within the RQF level 6 and above. Will be your typical production manager and directors in manufacturers, and the related roles will be production manager and director. The same thing, production manager and directors. It goes on production. So these are the codes. So these are the jobs, like for example, chief executive and senior officials, production manager, financial manager, and directors. Marketing, sales, and advertising directors, public relations and communication directors, purchasing managers and directors. So these are the jobs, and you can see their classified salary as well. And human resources managers and directors, information technology directors, more from directors, functional managers and directors, not elsewhere classified, directors in logistics and warehousing and transport, senior police officers, senior officers in fire, ambulance, prison, and related services. So health services and public health management directors. So more or less directors, managers, most, that falls, under, if you like, RQF level 6. So these are the jobs that falls within level 6. Now, I did say that I was going to kind of explain the equivalent. I think I've gone through that already, but let's just quickly go through that. So remember when we're talking about RQF level 6, it's not actually, or RQF in general. So what is even RQF? Let me quickly touch upon that. So this is kind of a categorized, so if you like, a system, a categorized system that is used in England and Wales in terms of categorized levels of qualification. So used in England and Wales and Northern Ireland. So when we talk about level 3, what is the equivalent? So equivalent is typical A level, access to higher education, diploma, advanced apprenticeship, applied general, S level, international baccalaureate, level 3, and the list goes on. Likewise, you can also find this list on gov.uk website. It goes on, you can see level 4 there, equivalent qualifications, level 4 award, level 4 certificate, it goes on. And of course, level 6 will be qualification like degree, apprenticeship, degree with honors. For example, Bachelor of Arts, BA, honors, Bachelor of Science, graduate diploma, level 6 award, level 6 certificate. and the list goes on. So I hope this brings clarity in terms of just a quick recap. The changes that come into effect on the 22nd of July 2025 means that employer are no longer allowed to recruit below RQF level 6, skilled worker job below RQF level 6, unless those jobs appear on the temporary shortage list, which I've quickly, I've already gone through. So if they appear, on that list, then they're allowed to issue a certificate of sponsorship. However, the only drawback is that those recruited below RQF level 6 will no longer be able to bring their dependents into UK. Now, I should also say that those that are already in UK before these changes came into effect can continue to renew their visa, change employment or take up a supplementary employment without having to meet the threshold of RQF level 6 when doing this. And this is also applicable to those that have already submitted the application before the 22nd of July 2025 and that application letter succeeds. So that's really for today. Like I said, this is video contains information and it doesn't nowhere represent legal advice. So if you do need advice or unsure of anything I've said here, please do seek advice. Thank you and bye-bye.